Hello, welcome again to Grammar Soup, and we're going to continue in this part two of the reporter speech. We're going to continue talking about how we can continue working with the questions. How can we report the questions? And well, for that, so let's move on. So, as you may see, we already understood how to do statements in reporter speech. We know that we need to go back one tense back every time I'm speaking, or every time I'm reporting what someone else said. Yeah. So let's continue. Well, let's suppose we have this person, right? Is a wonderful actress. It's Sui, as you can see here. Well, let's everybody say hi to her. Here you go. It's a great actress. So welcome Zoe in this video. Well, let's suppose she was actually asking us questions this time, right? She was asking us, for example, where is your boss from? Yes, where is your boss from? Yes, he was asking these questions for some reason. And she also mentioned she was giving a really direct question. Do you work home or do you work here? Yes, she was saying that, and also she asked me, when did you come back? Yes, when did you come back? Yeah. Okay, so as you can see, I have already three questions there, and then she added another question here. So she said, Has your brother? Let me write it well. Okay, I think it's finally seen my movie here. Seen my movie. All right. Seen my movies. Well, there you go. It's in plural because she has done several of them. And well, the one I remember the most is Yes Man. I think she was gorgeous in that movie. But well, let's continue. How can we report that? We can say, what did Sui say? What did Sui ask? Right? What did she ask? And then suddenly, well, you need to express exactly what she said. In this case, would be Zoe asked me, because I was talking to her, asked me where my boss was from. So Zoe asked me where my boss was from. And then the second question says, do you work here? So we can say Zoe asked me if I worked here. Yes, so as you can see there, so I'm reporting her questions. When did you come back? In this case will be Sui asked me again. I cannot say because it was not a Zane, right, or it was not a statement itself, so it was a question. Sui asked me when I came. I'm sorry, I made a mistake here. Let me go back quickly here. Yeah, I was gonna write it in past simple, but no, it's actually already past. When did you come back? Will be when I had come back. You see? And finally, has your brother seen my movies? I guess many of you already know how you're gonna conjugate this one. Zoe asked me, and as you can see here, this one is in present perfect. It's something that happened in the past. So it's Zoe asked me if my brother had seen. And as I mentioned before, we need to change the adjective pronoun, the the positive adjective, and then we have had seen her movies, right? And that's the way you report the questions. Yes, but well, it's as I told you before in this video, I was gonna show you also how to change the orders, right? And as you can see here, I don't know if you guys know about this person here. I think it's Well, it's a teacher, right? Nowadays, so we know that we are in school, and probably you, if you guys like anime, so you probably will recognize it. They're gonna recognize this character easily. So it's Aizawa, right? So let's suppose Aizawa was in your school this day, and he was actually really concerned about the protocols, the biosecurity protocols followed at school, and he was giving some orders. For example, he was saying that everybody wear your masks. He was saying that to everyone. He also said, open the windows. We need to let the air like it's just like going around. Yes, open the windows, right? He also mentioned don't touch the walls, right? It's actually dangerous, right? It's touching the walls. You can spread the germs there, and you can get them also. So he was really concerned about that. This don't touch the walls. And finally, he also gave another order for everyone, which was don't exchange don't exchange materials. It's really important. He was really angry with everyone. He was because they were not following the protocols. So it's wear your mask, open the windows, don't touch the walls, and don't exchange materials. Yes, as you can see here, in order to report the orders, right, or the commands, we can say Aizawa told us, because it was in the classroom, right? He was the teacher, the sensei. Aizawa told us to wear our, because this person here, your mask, is in plural. He was talking to all the groups, and the person that is reporting is part of the group, right? Aizawa told us to wear our masks. Yes. Open the windows. In this case, will be Aizawa told us to open the windows. Yeah, so the air open the. Okay, so let me see. Oops. Here you go. Windows. There you go. And finally, here we have Aizawa. Aizawa told us not to open. I'm sorry. He told us not to touch the walls. And in here, how can you report it, right? Aizawa told us not to exchange materials. And as you can see, that's the way we can form the reported questions and also the reported speech. So if we go back a little bit to this part, so you're gonna find out that in order to report the questions, you guys need to have where, right? As you can see, this is part of the question, right? And in a reported speech sentence, you need to start with so he asked me, and you need to use the WH question, and then the subject of the sentence, and finally the verb in the past tense. So the same happens here, right? So when you have the when, right, you will see it on the this side. So as you can see, that is the way we form the reported speech. And finally, when it's a direct question, for example, do you work here? So I have to use the connector if, right? So he asked me if, and then the subject, and finally the verb. The same have there's a little change here in the reported commands because we have infinitive form, well, because there is no subject, as you can see here. Okay, and that's pretty much it. So that's how we can form the reported speech in the three forms: statements, questions, and commands. I hope you guys find it useful. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye bye, grammar supers. Bye.